So I'm using the numbers as my guideline.
Right. So which one are you doing now?
I'm going to do the single welt pocket as if it would be the breast pocket on a jacket.
Okay.
Okay? So let's say that I like this angle. And that pocket should measure probably about 3.5 because it's small. So let's do 3.5. It's got slanted, but the pocket is actually on the grain line on the side. Okay? So I'm gonna do maybe 1 inch. You guys can decide that. 1 inch going up. And then I'm going to create the line here. Are we all okay? All right. So now this is such a small pocket, and it usually will have a pocket square, a little hanky here. Okay? So we don't really need to do, well, this one is a patch pocket, but we really don't need to do a facing because the welt on itself is much wider than usual. So it will never be hanging down. Is that okay? All right. So I'm gonna do now my pocket bag. So for my pocket bag, I'm going to extend that 1/2 inch. I'm gonna extend that 1/2 inch.
Where's the top of the pocket, Sean?
Huh?
Where the top of the pocket gonna be for you?
I'm looking at it as
Okay.
me. Okay, it's backwards for you guys. Okay, I will turn it around when I finish. But the bottom of the pocket is not gonna have the same angle as the welt. The bottom of the pocket is gonna be square. And again, I'm not doing it too deep, right? You don't want it to make it too shallow, but you don't want to make it too deep because if you make a pocket square, right, it's going to be uncomfortable, right? Think about practicality. Okay, you're not listening to this. No, you're not. You're not seeing anything from there. Unless you are a superwoman, Wonder Woman, or whatever it is, which you're not, you are not seeing this. So I'm going to round up the corners. So I'm actually going to use this as my pattern for the pocket, but I'm going to extract the actual welt. Okay? And I'm not going to cut 2 pieces and then stitch it all the way around. What I'm actually going to do, because I want it to be across the grain line on the top, okay? I'm gonna fold this on this line, and I'm going to place it right there, okay? Except that now I can't see.
Jacksonville?
Where is it? Okay. So to that, I'm going to add 1/2 inch, 1/2 inch, and half an inch. You don't need to submit these patterns, but you need to make these patterns to be able to do this. So I'm gonna cut 2 linings, just like that. I'm gonna cut one of these, which I am going to fuse. I'm gonna cut the same rectangle that we talked about fusible right here, for here too, because I wanted to reinforce it, okay? And then we're gonna go to the machine to sew. Does that make sense? Everybody okay?
It includes
So
the
we need to cut
nuances. Yeah.
2 of these pockets,
Is it?
1 piece of a letter size, which is where we're gonna place the pocket. We need to cut a little rectangle, same width of this, of fusible to reinforce the corners. Okay? Where we're gonna do only 2 punch holes here. Okay? And then on this one, I'm gonna cut a pocket this size and another one 1 inch wider. I'm gonna cut a piece of fabric on this rectangle and mark the 4 punch holes. Then cut the letter size where the pocket will be in, pretending that is the jacket, and the little rectangle of the fusible. Any questions so far? I'm gonna prepare them all. I'm gonna prepare them all, and I'm gonna show you before we go to the sewing machine.
Oh, good, yeah, because we don't know how many. So this is a double welt and a single welt.
This is double welt, and that is a single welt.
Okay.
Yes.